What's up, guys? It's JC here. I'm doing a video not as a review or a preview for World Cup warm-up matches. I haven't really had time, I'm the wife and I have a newborn baby, and we had a few personal things that that happened as well. So for that, I'm just quickly adjusting the angle over here. Alright, I'm doing this video as, pre-World Cup predictions again and thoughts on what will take place in my mind at the World Cup, based on a few big results here. Okay. I'm first going to do a bit of my thoughts on what I see possibly happening in the opening game. France haven't been really convincing against the Scots, whereas Scotland actually they've shown to put their hat in the mix for Pool B. Okay, Also, I get the feeling France haven't really played all their cards. That can be debated over there. Look, firstly, history will tell you that never write off any French team against your All Blacks. A weak or strong team, they have shocked the All Blacks on a few occasions in the World Cups, and also almost went on to shock the Kiwis as well. Okay. Whereas on Scotland's more like flying under the radar here. They have a win against the French. A decent looking French side 2 weeks ago. Well, 2 weekends ago, sorry. Yeah, we've also had two fixtures between England and Wales. Also, one win as each. Okay. Those games you can't really read much into it, To me, looking at both games, both sides are looking very weak. Neither Australia or Argentina should really have an issue finishing at the top of that pool, and possibly each of them making a semi-final, because I believe if we look at the pool, those two pools over here, England and Argentina share a pool. Argentina are looking much better than England at the moment, despite their form against us in our warm-up match. And Wales, even the game that they won against England, they did win comfortably, but they didn't show much. They weren't convincing enough for me. Okay, but they will go into their pool with a bit of confidence, knowing that Australia is still winless this year. Okay, but still, honestly, I can't see Wales beating the Wallabies. Look, anything can happen over there. Never write off any of those two sides. And the World Cup is also not won in the warm-ups. Okay. We have Georgia and Romania as well. Georgia getting a massive 56-6 win over Romania. Romania is in the group with South Africa, where Georgia is sharing a group with Australia and Wales. Okay, I just need to make sure my facts there. Sorry, I haven't really paid attention to the groups again. But yeah, Australia and Wales. Okay, that 56-6 win. That's a win you would normally see between a tier 1 and a tier 2 team. So Georgia and Romania, look, you can't really say much about the Romanians. Romania hasn't done much since Georgia actually eclipsed them as the top tier 2 team in Europe. Okay. We also have Japan not showing really the form that they did pre-2019, well, actually pre-2015, but well, between the year 2015 and 2019, Japan haven't really done much in the last 4 years. So Fiji, look, I had Japan possibly, being able to win those 2 games, okay, with the tier 1 scopes that Japan have had. But that was not to be. Yeah. Look, as I said, it's not the World Cup yet. The World Cup isn't won before the World Cup final. Okay. Let's go up here. Further up. South Africa. Yeah, my nation, the team I'm supporting. I'm a loyal South African supporter through and through. But we've been really inconsistent, in particularly this year. Hammering Australia, losing to the All Blacks. Fairly, I'm not a typical Safa saying, yeah, the referee this, referee that. I believe the refereeing was weak on both sides. Both teams got away with calls over there, particularly South Africa with the neck roll over against the Kiwis, but I'm not going to go into that much details there. And then an unconvincing game that we should have actually lost against the Argentines, but we escaped with a 1-point win. A win is a win, but still was really not convincing. And now we performed okay, Our French players, a few guys did put their hands up, okay. Poor kicking, but you know what, Lebok can't have you can't be good every day. Times you have to have a crappy kicking performance at times, it's part of what makes rugby, I guess, it's a sport. But not going to blame kicking over there. We looked alright there, but as I said, we need consistency. You have 7 games. You need to do well in all 7 games of the World Cup. Okay? So Russia is going through in our pool. Scotland, as I said, the Scots, though, they have really put their hand up. Yeah, and there's also a couple of injuries in both Scotland and the French camp. Until Mac, unfortunately, one of the guys that really deserved to be in the World Cup, getting injured before the tournament even starts, and suddenly out of the whole World Cup. The Pollard debacle, I'll believe what I hear in the media when I actually see it. Okay. But if Pollard's injury is real, that's also sad. Very sad, Also a guy that deserves to have his name in the World Cup team. Yeah, Lukwanyo Am here in South Africa, also very unfortunate. Lood de Jager, also unfortunate. That's just here in South Africa. Stuart Hogg in Scott for the Scots as well. That's very sad. Yeah. So, but you know what? In those cases, maybe if you guys, it's an opportunity, It's an opportunity. Take with both hands for the guys that are back up over there. Let's hope that the backups for the injured players really do put their hands up. We need a good World Cup. To me, it doesn't matter if we win or lose a World Cup. You know what? As long as the tournament's great. It's once every 4 years. I'm excited about it. I'm really excited. Look, the pools. The pools are drawn not. You can't say controversially, but. People are looking more forward to the pool games than the knockouts. Yeah. Now, we have a big week. The warm-ups, let's watch out for them. A few games that we need to look out for. The games in particular, Samoa Barbarians. It's not a test match, but any game involving the Barbarians it's a classic. But Samoa versus Barbarians over there. If Samoa can beat the Barbarians, depending on who they select, because I don't see any real classy players being selected for the Barbarians over here. Because a lot of your tier 1 teams are actually involved in the World Cup warm-ups, but maybe they're fringe players can play for the Barbarians. That's a classic. It's any game with the Barbarians, it's something magical. Uruguay against Argentina 15. Not really looking forward. That's nothing to really be wow for, but it can be interesting. Wales versus South Africa. Any game over there for South Africa. I do not know why. Any game where Wales host the South Africans or play here, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how weak the Welsh side is. It's not known for wow moments, but particularly it's not always a walk in the park, mate. I'm not even going to predict a scoreline there, but South Africa should escape there with a win. England, Ireland versus England. As I mentioned before, England aren't really showing the form that they normally do. Ireland should win there, but any Ireland-England game, it's proven time and again. Doesn't matter how weak one of those teams are, what the performance, class or level difference is between the side. Also, 90% of the time, it's a cracker game. Italy, Romania. Look, Romania were utterly disappointing against Georgia, but I should go with Italy over there. So Italy should take that one. Italians are showing some real form here. Okay. France, Fiji. France need to improve. There's a good opportunity there for them to improve. Then we have next week. I don't even know why, but South Africa and the Kiwis are playing on Friday, 8:30 South African time. Okay. 7:30 UK time at Twickenham. People are calling it a historic game. Well, any game. Look, it's the first time they're playing at Twickenham. Okay. First time they're playing on neutral ground. In Europe. Okay. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the first time that they're actually playing each other in a friendly in forever. It's a big game. No real significance in it, but it should be a cracker. Damn it. Then England, Fiji. Fijians will be looking for English scalp there. Now's the time. Italy, Japan. Decent game. Scotland, Georgia. Real opportunity for Georgia to go into the World Cup with momentum. Georgia can. They have proven in recent times they can actually topple the tier 1 nations. Look, Scotland's form against France recently shouldn't. The Scots shouldn't really be worrying. But, anything can happen there. Ireland, Samoa on 26th of August. Ireland, but it's also a good game. France, Australia. France need that win. France need that scalp over there to go into this World Cup again with momentum, But the real momentum this side over here, look, it's been proven. 2019 we lost to the All Blacks and we went on to win the World Cup. But this year it's a bit different. These two sides, they'll be wanting a win here for momentum. Okay? But also, you need to also look at injuries. This is literally a week before the World Cup when 25, 26, 27 August. That's a week before the showpiece. It's So also need to look at injuries. You don't want to also play all your cards right now. So it's a tricky one, that one. Same with the Australia-France game. Also tricky. It's tricky, you know. Injuries, I mean, South Africa, France in particular, you know, they're going to be missing a few key players for the tournament. So, yeah. So you want momentum, but also you don't want to play all your cards so close to the World Cup, and also you don't want to injure your stock, you know. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Please subscribe to my page, and if you enjoyed the video, like and share my page, please. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the week, and see you. And you will be hearing from me after the next batch of rugby games. Thank you. Bye.